Senior middle hitter from Gardengrove, California, number 14, Grant Buckner. Sophomore middle hitter from West Allis, Wisconsin, number 15, Drew Buckner. Junior setter from Franklin, Wisconsin, number 16, Jay Talabonsa. Junior outside hitter from across Wisconsin, number 17, James E. Bender. First year middle hitter from Mukawango, Wisconsin, number 20, Josh Ward. And sophomore libero from Lockport, Illinois, number 3, Trevor Salinger. The Warriors are coached by head coach Mike Ensley in his fourth season. Now let's start the lineups for your Illinois Tech Scarlet Hawks. Sophomore right side hitter from Silicon, Washington, number 6, Paul Henderson. Senior outside hitter from Laguna Niguel, California, number 9, Ray Cooper. Junior setter from Palatine, Illinois, number 11, Eli Sherman. Senior middle blocker from Hubertus, Wisconsin, number 13, Jackson Van Aken. Junior outside hitter from Thomasville, Pennsylvania, number 14, Riley Lake. And first year outside hitter from San Diego, California, number 25, Corbin Farrell. Junior libero from Benton, Illinois, current NACC Defensive Player of the Week, number 4, Alec Donald. Hawks are coached by head coach Mike Oswald in his second season.
Good afternoon. Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to the Keating Sports Center for tonight's presentation of Illinois Tech Scarlet Hawks Athletics. It's men's volleyball action here as the Illinois Tech Scarlet Hawks get set to play host to Wisconsin Lutheran Warriors. Here with my partner, Eric Willowite. I'm Chris Rouse, and everyone, it is the end of this men's volleyball season coming to the close, coming up soon this weekend. 2 matches remaining for the Illinois Tech Scarlet Hawks right here at the Keating Sports Center. Tonight they'll take on the Wisconsin Lutheran Warriors, and then on Saturday they'll take on the Edgewood Eagles. But this is an Illinois Tech team currently sitting right in the middle of the pack, trying to clinch one of those final 2 tournament spots in the NAC Conference Tournament and advance on and to conference play and possibly take home a conference tournament championship as they go into conference tournament play next week. They're taking on the Wisconsin Lutheran Warriors. They come in actually having sat in traffic for a little bit prior to coming into tonight's matchup. Actually, that's the reason for the late start. It's about 7:20 local time here in Chicago. But earlier on today, the Wisconsin Lutheran Warriors, they came into the building, Eric. They got here relatively late due to traffic, and now we're going to start this thing off here about 20 minutes late. But Illinois Tech getting ready to serve.
Traffic in the Chicago area, Chris. Come on now. Yeah, making that trek down 90, 94 from Milwaukee. That's and then with the construction going on at the Kennedy, yeah.
In the middle of the day with the construction going on at the Kennedy, 4 or 5 o'clock is usually where it gets packed up.
Right.
So it sounds about right that they got here a little bit late.
Yeah, but all's well that ends well. They push things back 15 minutes, and everyone got in a good warm-up, so we're all good to go.
Illinois Tech with a service error to start us off. That ball's going to hit the top of the ceiling here at the Keating Center.
Yeah, it's in play.
And Sherman able to spike it down for the kill. Illinois Tech on the board, 1-1. Eli Sherman back to serve again. Here the junior out of Palatine, Illinois. Eric, I was saying in the open, Illinois Tech, 2 games remaining in their season, both at home tonight against Wisconsin Lutheran and against Edgewood. But if they win them both, they're into the NAC Conference Tournament.
Yeah, I mean, it's an important match, and they want to finish up strong. Obviously, they had a tough match against Concordia, Wisconsin. That was a chance to move up a notch in the standings, defeat a team in front of you. They had a really tough first set, wound up losing 26-24, and then CUW took set 2, Hawks won set 3, but ultimately the Falcons won 3-1. So the Hawks have to take care of business here.
It's 2-1 Illinois Tech. Action resumes with Grant Cooper hitting the ball over. There's the reigning Conference Player of the Week, Alec Donald, Defensive Player of the Week, I should say, making the layout.
Yeah, had a heck of a week.
Henderson sent it over. Opportunity for Wisconsin Lutheran, unsuccessful. That'd be too many hits. Double hit, actually. Point to the Scarlet Hawks.
And going back to that ball that hit the ceiling there, Chris, so just so everyone knows, if your own team, if you hit it up and it hits the ceiling here, it's in play.
Yep.
But if you hit the ball over and hit the ceiling over there, that's considered not playable. So then, that point, the other team would get credit for the point. It's only if you hit it on your side of the fence up onto the ceiling, then you can continue play.
Wisconsin Lutheran to serve here with Jay Tamavangsa. He's a 5'5" junior out of Franklin, Wisconsin. And Tamavangsa sends that one right into the net for the service error. A lot of returners on this Wisconsin Lutheran team. A lot of guys that I remember seeing last year when I was doing PA. A lot of names that I remember. I remember definitely Tamavangsa, Biedenbender, of course the two Wimpners, and Salutric.
Yeah, very young team. There's only 3 seniors on the squad.
There is Salutric, the libero, who sets it up. But the point to the Scarlet Hawks as Drew Wimpner sent it over. And so 5-2 point to the home team, the Scarlet Hawks, led by their coach, Mike Oswald. A battle of the Mikes tonight. Mike Oswald, coach of the Scarlet Hawks. Mike Inslee, the coach of Wisconsin Lutheran.
I guess I should clarify. The Hawks only have 3 seniors as well, with Senior Day coming up this Saturday.
It's Colton Farrell who spikes it down. He's not a senior. That's a first-year player out of San Diego, California.
Yeah.
Pretty busy weekend here at the Scarlet Hawks facilities coming up. We got the lacrosse doubleheader against Marion. Baseball going on, as well as the Senior Day volleyball match. And there's an ace for the Scarlet Hawks. They lead 7-2.
That's a good run, getting out to a good lead here. The Hawks want to take care of business. The Wisconsin Lutheran not coming in with the best of records, and you want to take advantage of that. Obviously, Wisconsin Lutheran, they want to keep building up some momentum, even though they're not going anywhere as far as the conference tournament. You want to play your best as you're exiting the season, prepare for next year.
And Wisconsin Lutheran to take an early timeout, 8-2 Illinois Tech. We'll take a break here in set 1. We'll take a breather. We'll be right back with more Illinois Tech men's volleyball after this. Illinois Tech men's volleyball here at the Keating Sports Center in Chicago. He's Eric Willowite. I'm Chris Rouse. This is Illinois Tech men's volleyball. Scarlet Hawks 8-2 advantage against the Wisconsin Lutheran Warriors after an early timeout. Riley late on the serve for the Scarlet Hawks. Alec Donald to Sherman. Outside pass for Cooper. And a kill off the side out. Point to the Scarlet Hawks.
Yeah, that was a tough one. Nice job by Cooper. Cross-court kill. A lot of volume on that one, as all they could do was take the reception and watch it sail out of bounds on the other side.
Riley late on the serve, and he serves an error right into the top of the net. 9-3 score. Wisconsin Lutheran now in control of the serve. On paper, Eric, it seems like Illinois Tech should win this matchup. This is a Wisconsin Lutheran team, 4-18, 1-9 in conference play, but that's why we play the games and not play it on paper.
No, it really is, and that's why Coach Oswald would want his team playing as sharp as possible. Cut down on the service errors. That's obviously something that they harp on all season long, but that's something that they want to do this game as well. It's and they had made some progress there. They were kind of pushing like the high teens, 20s for service errors. They got down to like 12, 13. That's about fair.
Farrell sends it over for the Scarlet Hawks, middle of the floor for Wisconsin Lutheran. Both of these teams, honestly, it's just a very weird start. We mentioned the late start here. Wisconsin Lutheran look like they're still trying to get their legs underneath them. There's a kill. That'll help the cause. Biedenbender coming through. James Biedenbender, the junior out of La Crosse, Wisconsin. gets the kill, and now it'll bring Josh Ward, the first-year player, to serve.
A lot of first-year players on the Warriors.
A lot of young teams that we've seen come in to Scarlet Hawks facilities as of late. We just saw that brand new Wisconsin-Stevens Point lacrosse team over the weekend.
Right.
And here's a kill that was denied by the Scarlet Hawks, by Wisconsin Lutheran for the Scarlet Hawks. Donald sets it up for Cooper outside. That's a nice block and a point for Wisconsin Lutheran.
Yeah, that was a nice job on the near side, setting up that block. Both Wentler and Stellick able to deny Cooper on that one.
There are two Wimpners on the team. That was Grant Wimpner, number 14. Drew wears 15. Grant is from California. Drew is from Wisconsin. The point, however, will go to the team from Illinois, the Scarlet Hawks, as they go up 11-5 on the board. Henderson will serve. Stellacoom, Washington. Sophomore goes 6'2". Nice high serve. 6-point advantage for number 6 to the Scarlet Hawks. That one's going to come in our lap here at the table. And the point goes to Wisconsin Lutheran, makes it 11-6. Sean Kane to serve. As Wisconsin Lutheran finally starting to find their game legs here in the first set.
That was a nice serve.
Sherman tried to slam it over, unsuccessful. Great adjustment by both teams. Sherman, outside hit for Cooper. Kept alive by Wisconsin Lutheran. Salutric. Tamavangsa set it up, but it goes over clean. Outside hit again for Cooper. He just try to punch it down and does. Makes it 12-6 Scarlet Hawks.
Nice move there by Cooper, the finesse move. He saw the wall coming up for the block, and he just sailed it over the line, right between the front and the back line. Perfect placement, side out for the Hawks.
Grant Cooper wearing a bit of a sleeve on his right knee as he gets ready to send that ball into the air. High toss, sends it over on the serve. Tamavangsa set it up. That was a good setup, but a bit of a miscommunication by, I believe that was Biedenbender, who couldn't get there for the serve.
Yeah, Cooper wearing that sleeve. And then on the Warriors side, Biedenbender wearing sleeves on both knees there. Looks like the same product they're wearing.
Cooper sends it over. Almost an ace. And it is.
Wow.
Point for the Scarlet Hawks. 4 hits there for Wisconsin Lutheran. That was a great effort from the Warriors, but unable to get it back over the net.
Yeah, he was close to being out of bounds, but he was able to pull that one off. Dudor did, but Warriors unable to get that point.
14-6 as Cooper sends it over. Tamavangsa sets it up for the outside. It's blocked right back to Tamavangsa.
Oh.
And now Tamavangsa just will take the double hit. 15-6 Scarlet Hawks. And Wisconsin Lutheran already burning both of their timeouts here in set 1. We'll take a quick break. Illinois Tech with an early 9-point advantage here in set 1. It's 15-6 here at the Keating Center in Chicago. We'll return after this break. Here with Eric Willowite, I'm Chris Rouse. This is Illinois Tech men's volleyball on the Scarlet Hawks Broadcast Network. Coming to you live from the Keating Center in Chicago. 15-6 Scarlet Hawks. Eric, I just saw the Scarlet Hawks. They were clapping throughout that entire timeout.
They're still clapping, right. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know how long they'll continue that, but they're still going. I think it's a test of wills at this point on the bench, see who's going to cave first. Looks like David Singer caved first. Not to call out David, but, there you go.
I see they're looking at Jelani Komodo. They're saying, come on, let's clap it up a little more. And now here comes Grant Cooper as Komodo gets louder with the clap. Cooper serve is an ace. Grant Cooper powered by the Scarlet Hawks bench.
That thing fell off the table, Chris. I mean, that thing just dropped like crazy. That was a nice serve by Grant.
And the ace extends the Scarlet Hawk lead out to 10. Remember, Wisconsin Lutheran out of timeouts here in set 1. And Cooper back-to-back aces.
He's feeling it back there in that server's box.
Grant Cooper makes it 17-6. And you honestly wonder, Could he rally off enough where Illinois Tech can control this until we go to set 2? Here's Tamavangsa. Sets it up for Whitner. Kept alive by the Scarlet Hawks. Cooper going to two-hand tap it over the kill for Grant Cooper.
It's just Grant Cooper's world right now, Chris. We're living in it.
Grant Cooper just a running two-hand set over the net. It lands perfectly, and it's a 12-point Illinois Tech advantage in set 1.
Wisconsin Lutheran rotates in Drew Wempner.
And Cooper sends it into the net for the service error. So, no, he cannot control the serve until Illinois Tech gets it 25-7, but it looked pretty good there for a while.
Yeah, he was on a good roll.
It'll be James Biedenbender.
I think he'd take a 3-for-1 ratio, though, in terms of points off of serves.
And Wisconsin Lutheran, we mentioned, because they set in traffic, they got here late. Still look like they're trying to get their legs underneath them. Ooh. Whoa, that's a rocket of a hit and a kill for the Scarlet Hawks as Jackson Van Ingen got the kill off of a deflection.
Yeah. Warriors not so sure about the deflection there, but that was the call.
Regardless, it was a laser off the south wall here at the Heating Center, almost right in the middle of the Hawk. Ball deflected at the net. It's bumped over perfectly. Oh, miscommunication for Wisconsin Lutheran. They had the two Wempners ready to go for the kill. Grant and Drew end up hitting each other. Point goes to the Scarlet Hawks. Miscommunication between the two Wempners. And now here is Van Ingen. Sends it over and an ace right on the back line. Salutrik tried to let it go. They're saying Salutrik got a piece. Point to the Scarlet Hawks.
Yeah, Van Ingen can get on a roll as well.
Just looking at the Wisconsin sideline, looks like they're just waiting for this set to end. They're out of timeouts at 21-7. That'll give them a point and finally some life from the team in green. They get loud following the point. I have to admit, that was a few demoralizing set of points there against Wisconsin Lutheran. A few balls they thought were going to land out, scored in, one that was deflected long.
Right.
Isaac Stellick back in there, number 13, and the ball to fall at his feet on the error.
I don't know.
Wisconsin Lutheran, they just look out of sync. You can see them.
They really do, yeah.
I don't think they even knew what was going to happen on that serve. They didn't know what they were supposed to be setting up for. Here's Sherman who goes over to Salutrik. Outside hit, set up to the middle of the floor, and the point to the Scarlet Hawks on a violation.
Yeah. What could go wrong is going wrong right now for the Warriors, unfortunately, in this first set. Hawks looking to close it out here. They got
23-8 with Sherman sending it over. This really has been a self-inflicted set for Wisconsin Lutheran. Here's Van Ingen. Cooper for the kill. Doesn't get it there.
Oh, nice tap.
Bounce back in there for the Scarlet Hawks. Late bounce that one off the net. That should be a point to Wisconsin Lutheran. It is. Zachary Bouse came in, number 22 for Illinois Tech. He tried to set up the outside hit. Late spiked it off the net. And that's 4 against Illinois Tech. Senior out of Rising City, Nebraska, Isaac Stellick. Off the net and down. Ace for Stellick. And Wisconsin Lutheran probably not going to win this set, but that'll definitely give them some momentum.
Yeah, it's always nice when you can hit the tape there and then just have a drop on the other side.
Stellick to serve it again. Assistance from the net to get the ace last time. Doesn't get the same result here. Stellick, outside hit for Drew Whitner. That's long.
Yeah, I think that was deflected, yeah.
Not sure if it was late or Farrell, but it did get deflected. Point to Wisconsin Lutheran. So Isaac Stellick, he comes in. He's controlled the serve. Got an ace. Helps Wisconsin Lutheran get a point. He'll serve again. Sherman, back to Henderson. That's long. Out of play. Point to Wisconsin Lutheran.
Yeah, it's like you said, Chris, probably not going to win the set, but they're putting up a good run here towards the end.
I guess at this point we're just trying to see not only what will the final tally be, but how long will Mike Oswald go before he burns a timeout? If Wisconsin Lutheran keeps this up, I guess we may not find out just yet.
Yeah.
24-12, Scarlet Hawks with that point.
Yeah, getting set point now. Riley Late moving into the box here.
Riley Late was going for point 24 earlier, spiked it off the net. Now he'll go to serve for the Scarlet Hawks as they look to get set point in set one. Outside hit into the net. Kill for the Scarlet Hawks, or point Scarlet Hawks. Sean Kane spikes into the net, and a quick set one victory for the Scarlet Hawks. 25-12. Illinois Tech takes set one. Final thoughts, Eric, on set one before we go to break.
Well, I think it's like you said. It was a combination of errors on the Warriors' side, good play by the Hawks. Warriors did have that late run there, and like you said, it kind of felt like if that continued, Coach Oswald might have called the timeout, but it wasn't necessary. The Hawks closed it out.
Set two coming up on the other side of our break. Illinois Tech leads our match 1-0 after a 25-12 set one victory. Set two will return to Chicago. Back here at the Keating Center in Chicago, Illinois. This is NCAA Division III men's volleyball on the Scarlet Hawks Broadcast Network. Here with Eric Willowhite, I'm Chris Rouse. Set two getting ready to begin shortly. The Illinois Tech Scarlet Hawks in the black uniforms, going left to right now. The Wisconsin Lutheran Warriors in the green. They'll be switching sides, going right to left. Illinois Tech taking set one from Wisconsin Lutheran by a score of 25-12. And as a result, they get ready to begin set two with a 1-0 lead here in the match, Eric. And just a very quick set one win for Illinois Tech. Never really seemed like Wisconsin Lutheran was in sync as they got a bit of a late start in this matchup, also arrived late due to traffic.
Yeah, I do think that does affect the team, you know, when you're traveling like that. Obviously not as much the home team. They're just kind of sitting around waiting.
Serve there from Wisconsin Lutheran. Outside hit for late. Goes over clean, and it's out off the side out. But back to what you were saying, I also think it really affects you in volleyball. I think this is just one of those, it's a feel game. It's one of those games where you got to feel what's going on. I even walked past the Wisconsin Lutheran sideline, and I can hear them saying, well, where are our heads at? Where are our heads? We got a late start. We got to get our heads into the game.
Yeah, there's a lot of miscommunication errors.
And here's a helpful play from Drew Wimpner.
Yeah.
And you mentioned the miscommunication. It was Drew and Grant, the two Wimpners on the roster. A number of miscommunications in set one. And Wisconsin Lutheran tied here. This is the closest they've been on the scoreboard all evening. Serve coming from Grant Wimpner. Wimpner sends it over clean. Riley Lade outside hit is blocked. Nice play. Drew Wimpner at the top.
Well, both Wempners doing it at each end. Wempner on the serve. Grant Wempner on the serve.
Right,
and Drew on the block.
And now Grant with a 2-1 advantage, first lead of the evening for Wisconsin Lutheran. Outside hit for Cooper. Here's Colton Farrell, who tries to spike it over and then down. Kill for Farrell. It was between Farrell and Drew Wimpner, and Farrell got the win.
Yeah, both players using his size advantage. Long reach there for Colton, and he was able to push that one through.
Eli Sherman. Left-handed serve for Eli. Goes to the middle of the floor. Tamavangsa with a nice setup. It went off the head of Farrell and a kill for Wisconsin Lutheran.
Nothing you could do if you're Illinois Tech there. Talk off of Farrell's head. It was almost like a perfect set.
And Farrell, I can even see him. He said it hit right perfectly off my face. I couldn't do anything there.
Yeah.
And now Tamavangsa will serve. That was Ward who got the kill. And now here's Tamavangsa.
As long as he didn't get an attack error off his face.
Late with the hit and the kill for the Scarlet Hawks. And good thing this isn't like basketball or anything where he could have picked up a foul. It'd be one of the worst things, pick up a foul with your face.
Right.
It's really late.
Ball handling error.
Right, it's late. He'll serve it to the back line. Tamavangsa runs it down to the outside of the line. Long hit is out of play for Drew Wimpner. Point to the Scarlet Hawks.
Yeah, it's a little too far on that one.
4-3 score. Remember, coming up Saturday, early lacrosse doubleheader as the women's team takes on Marion at 10. Men take on Marion at 1. Doubleheader right here on the Scarlet Hawks Broadcast Network. And an ace for the Scarlet Hawks. 5-3.
The line judge there, like they're in the middle of ducking out of the way, but they have to watch that ball all the way. And it was called in.
And Late put it just inside the corner. His serve this time goes to the opposite corner to Drew Wimpner. Left hand set over the top for Kane. Farrell, that looked like Salutrik got a piece. He did.
Yeah, I think so. Yep, that's exactly what they call it, Chris.
Point to the Scarlet Hawks. Salutrik got a piece of it, but I'm also not so sure there wasn't a piece at the top of the net either.
Yeah.
As now Late will serve. Late to the back line. Tamavangsa had a violation. Seen a number of those. Honestly, with Tamavangsa, sometimes it's got to be a solid hit. That's a few times he's got the double hit, just trying to set it, and he sort of pity-patted it to himself, and at least to the double hit. Riley Late, service error. That'll help the Warriors.
I'll have to check on this. For the women's game next year for the setters, they're not calling that double hit. So there was a rule change on the women's side. I don't know if that extended to the men's game, though.
So no more double. So on the set.
Just for the setters.
Just for setters,
right. For set, right.
I think that'll eliminate a lot of plays like that as we get a point now for Illinois Tech. Maybe not necessarily like that, as that was outside of the violation.
Right.
To the Scarlet Hawks. But in a lot of whistles, sudden whistles in the middle of a rally.
Yeah.
Because there's been about 3 against Tamavangsa already where I thought he just got a clean set, but he pity-patted and got the double.
Yeah, on the women's side, then they wouldn't be calling that next season.
Ball hit long, got to play, point to the Scarlet Hawks. Another thing worth watching with Tamavangsa when he does that set, he'll sort of put the left hand on it first, then the right hand on it after.
Right.
And that constitutes the double hit.
Yep. Yeah, you need to square that up.
Here's Farrell. And Tamavangsa, just like he did there. Outside hit is blocked. That's Jackson Van Ingen sending it back. Sean Kane gets turned down.
Good block by Van Engen on that far side. We're going to have a timeout. Lutheran.
Mike Inslee searching for answers as Wisconsin Lutheran trails the Illinois Tech Scarlet Hawks 10-4 here in set 2. Scarlet Hawks lead the match 1-0. We'll be back with more set 2 action after this. Back here at the Keating Center in Chicago, Scarlet Hawks with a 10-4 lead in set 2. Here with Eric Willowhite, I'm Chris Rouse, and Eric, Colton Farrell serving for the Scarlet Hawks. It's been all Scarlet Hawks so far.
It really has, forcing Ensley to call another timeout early for Lutheran, so they only have one more in their back pocket. They're going to get a point there, though. That's what you want coming out of a timeout. You always want to get that next point coming out of a timeout, and the Warriors were able to get that there.
Remember, this is a Wisconsin Lutheran team, only one conference win in NAC play this season, 1-9, 4-18 overall. They'll control the serve here with Josh Ward, and his serve goes right into the net. And the young Josh Ward, the first year, hits it right into the net.
Yeah, he looks a little frustrated with himself there. And as first-year players, first time playing collegiate ball, it's not easy.
Henderson sends it over clean. They're coming right towards us, but not quite enough over. As Tamavangza bumps it into the air. Middle of the floor for the Scarlet Hawks. Van Ingen off Tamavangza. Nice diving effort from Salutric, but the point to the Scarlet Hawks.
Van Ingen staying busy on that front line.
12-5 Scarlet Hawks. Henderson getting ready to send the ball over. It's all smiles for that front line of the Scarlet Hawks as they await the serve. Tamavangza sets it up. The ball tapped over by Wimpner. Outside hit for Cooper. Tamavangza sets it up. And a missed hit. Point to the Scarlet Hawks. Not quite enough air for Kane to poke it over the net.
You've seen this lineup here in game 2. Coach Oswald mixing it up a little bit. He's got Zachary Baus in there in the libero spot. Paul Henderson entered the game
And what a kill by Van Ingen. It could have been an ace, but the bump perfectly went back over the net to Van Ingen for the kill.
Yeah, that was a power shot by the middle blocker.
And Wisconsin Lutheran actually going to get Tamavangza out of there, so going to go with more size to the net. That'll be Stellick. Had a pretty good rally with Stellick in there in that first set. Wimpner and the kill for Wisconsin Lutheran.
There's the point they were looking for, kind of break up this stretch for the Scarlet Hawks.
Drew Wimpner with the kill. Sean Kane to serve now for Wisconsin Lutheran, who, as we just mentioned, going with a little bit more size in here, along with Salutric and Stellick. And then the service error for Kane. Duder going to come in now for Wisconsin Lutheran. Samuel Duder out of Franklin, Wisconsin. Meanwhile, Grant Cooper will serve for the Scarlet Hawks. Cooper sends it over. That's going to be a side out. Good effort by Stellick. He ran under the net. Point to the Scarlet Hawks.
I think that's what his third ace of the match.
Third ace for Grant Cooper already.
Yeah. 2 in set 1 and 1 right here in his first serve.
Cooper with another serve. Salutric on the reception. Stellick sets it up for the outside. Poked over.
Definitely deflected there, yeah.
James Biedenbender.
Oh, not even. Okay.
They give him a clean kill on that one.
Either way.
Yeah, James Biedenbender got the point.
Yeah.
Now he will serve. Small contingent of Wisconsin Lutheran fans here. They like that last point.
Yeah.
Now here's Biedenbender again. Serve to the back line. Outside hit for Late. Oh, that was a rocket from Riley Late. And a kill.
That was a no-doubter from Late. He did not miss on that one.
A laser of a spike from Riley Late makes it 17-7 Scarlet Hawks. Van Ingen sends it over clean. Is that an ace? Not quite. Just missed it. Outside hit for Late. He'll get the kill. No, he won't get the kill.
Wow.
Didn't clear it. Didn't clear the extender.
Nope.
That was bang, bang. Just couldn't quite clear the extender. Makes it 17-8.
Yeah.
Grant Wimpner serves it with the right hand. That's an error. Point to the Scarlet Hawks. 18-8.
The Hawks finding themselves in the same territory they were in set 1. The Warriors made a late push, but Hawks still closed it out, 1 by 13.
Sherman on the serve. Middle of the floor opportunity for Wisconsin Lutheran. Perfect setup. James Biedenbender. Biedenbender hasn't had many touches, but the ones he has had, they've been effective.
Yeah. A lot of force on that one. Good point for Wisconsin Lutheran.
Now Jay Tamavangsa back to serve. Tamavangsa, more known as a setter, or he's listed as a setter on the roster. He'll get to serve here. Having a struggle with some of those sets so far for Tamavangsa. That kill right to him. And a point for the Scarlet Hawks. 19-9. Riley Late to serve. Riley Late on the serve. Back line, point to Wisconsin Lutheran. Eric, it just seems like Wisconsin Lutheran, they're just having a hard time manufacturing energy.
Yeah, I mean, they can't afford service errors, so they just need to get the ball in play. They're not in a position to just give away points, so that time the serve does fall down.
Wimpner got it over clean on his serve, and now he receives the opportunity from Cooper. Bouse, outside setup, coming right to me here, and I got the ball. It's 2010 Scarlet Hawks.
Good job, Chris. That's our third ball here at the broadcast table.
Yeah, we've been pretty active here. I know you got you got your hand on a couple earlier. That's the first time I'm getting involved, and now it'll be Colton Farrell to serve. Ball goes over to Tamavangsa. Bumped into the air by Late. That's going to be a long run. Great effort by Sherman just to get it back, but tough play for Riley Late.
Yeah, he just, as you mentioned, Sherman just did whatever he could just to make some contact there, but it just wasn't squared up enough to where you could do anything with it once it went back to the field of play, to the court.
Connor Hoyser in for the first time. He'll serve, the 6'1" sophomore out of West Bend, Wisconsin. Hoyser to Late, middle of the floor, and a kill for Van Ingen.
So right from that middle spot, you're always going to see Jackson Van Ingen have a real high attack rate. You know, he won't have as many attack attempts as some of the outside hitters, obviously, but the ones he does get, he'll square up.
Here's Henderson representing Steilacoom, Washington. Sends the ball over. Ball is also blocked on the hit, but out of play. Side out point to Wisconsin Lutheran. As number 12, Sean Kane, went for the kill. But the block out of play gives Wisconsin Lutheran point number 12 of set 2. Inverse score right now, 21 Scarlet Hawks, 12 Wisconsin Lutheran. Oh, Bouse with the bump, it goes the other way. Cooper. Middle of the floor opportunity for Wisconsin Lutheran, and the point to the Scarlet Hawks as Wimpner Grant was blocked by Grant Cooper. Battle of the Grants.
Battle of the Grants.
Battle of the mics at the coaches, battle of the Grants with Wimpner and Cooper.
Advantage Cooper on that one.
Advantage Scarlet Hawks, 22-12. Cooper to serve. Back line. Outside hit, blocked. And the point to the Scarlet Hawks, 23-12.
I had a chance to talk to Grant Cooper's mom, Debbie, before the match here. So senior day coming up on Saturday, and obviously Grant's one of the seniors going to be recognized. She's very bittersweet. You know, she's talking about it. It's like, I'm looking forward to it, and I'm not, is what she said at the same time. You know, this is the end of his 18 years of playing volleyball and things like that. And, you know, this will kind of – obviously they have the postseason within sight, but, you know, senior day is going to be something very emotional for all the, you know, the parents and families of the seniors moving on. The
next chapter of the lives beginning for these young athletes.
Right.
Especially here at Illinois Tech. One thing I've observed is a lot of these kids, don't get me wrong, they love to play the sport, but they're really just playing to pass time, you know.
Oh, yeah.
A lot of these kids are engineers. They're going to do other bigger things
right.
in the real world, so to speak, outside of sports. So when you see their careers come to an end, you know that's it. They're going on a new journey in their lives, and you just want to enjoy the times that they have here at the Keating Center.
Yeah, they do, you know, still playing competitive athletics, NCAA Division III athletics, and then the time, as you know, with your teammates and things like that. Those are moments that you're going to cherish forever, and they will. But you're right. As Debbie Cooper said, Grant's got a job lined up in Santa Barbara. He's only going to be like 3.5 hours away from the family. So, you know, all's good in the Cooper household.
Everything looking to be all good for the Scarlet Hawks if they can get the point here and in set 2, but not the case just yet. Henderson sends it over to Salutri. Outside hit for Wisconsin Lutheran, kept alive by Van Ingen. They're going to set it up for Cooper. It would have been Finnick if he gets the kill, but not quite. Outside hit for Wimpner, blocked at the top by Farrell. And then sent over the kill for Stellick.
That was so nicely placed by Stellick. That just fell within 4 players there. Nothing the Hawks could do.
It was also a heads-up play by Stellick. He just recognized there's, like you said, nothing anyone could do. Soft slap over the net gets the kill.
Sometimes that's all it takes. It's not always about the power shot. It's about the smart shot and finding the open spot.
Scarlet Hawks looking for the set victory, but don't get it there. They do get it, just had to wait one more hit, and it makes it a 25-15 Scarlet Hawks set. And Eric, when we return to the Keating Center, the Scarlet Hawks will be looking for a 3-set sweep against these Wisconsin Lutheran Warriors. Illinois Tech looking to gain ground and hopefully clinch a spot in the NAC conference tournament when we return to the Keating Center after this. Back here at the Keating Sports Center in Chicago, Illinois. Illinois Tech men's volleyball on the Scarlet Hawks Broadcast Network. Chris Rouse here with Eric Willowhite, and as we get ready to begin this third set, here is a recap of what's happened thus far in the match. Illinois Tech taking set 1, 25-12, and then taking set 2, 25-15 from the Wisconsin Lutheran Warriors. Wisconsin Lutheran arrived about 20 to 25 minutes late, resulting in a 20-minute delay in our match. Our match was scheduled for 7 p.m. first serve. We didn't begin until 7:20 p.m., but that was due to traffic on 9094, the Dan Ryan. Fans from Wisconsin Lutheran and also the Wisconsin Lutheran team having a hard time getting into the Keating Center due to daytime traffic for our Wednesday evening affair here on the near south side of Chicago, Illinois. But
Chris, sometimes I have a hard time getting into the Keating Center, and I live in the Chicago area. So
it's certainly relatable, depending on the time of the day. And they were trying to get here about 4 or 5 o'clock. So one of the worst times to try to get to the near south side from Wisconsin. Here's Thomas Vongza. Middle of the floor for Wimpner, kept alive by Farrell. And back line hit and a kill for Wisconsin Lutheran. Wisconsin Lutheran near the bottom of the NAC in hitting percentage. Sub 100%, I believe, is at 96 coming in. But now a 1-0 advantage here in set 3. James Biedenbender on the serve. It goes to Bouse. Outside hit for Riley late. That's coming back to us.
Almost.
Or maybe not. Good job by the table.
Yes. Table saved our bacon there. Uh-oh.
The point does go to Illinois Tech off the block. We're now tied at 1. It'll be Eli Sherman on the serve. Left-hand serve. Tamavangza sets it up to the outside. A long hit for Wisconsin Lutheran goes out. That's Chris Mann who came in with the hit. Chris Mann is the senior out of Arizona. Goes 5'8". First action for him this evening. Tamavangza sets it up for Whitner. Long hit. Scarlet Hawks going to try to set it over. Instead of here comes Tamavangza. He sets it up for Biedenbender, but he hit it right into the net. Unfortunately for Biedenbender, not enough air underneath that one. That was a solid hit. Just spiked it right into the net.
When we get a break in the action here, I'll run down. Maybe during if we get a timeout here, I'll run down all the upcoming events here.
Here's
for
Bouse.
Illinois Tech Athletics this week.
He sets up Henderson, and he gives us a break in the action so you can run down that list of Illinois Tech Athletics.
I'll chip away at it. All right, tomorrow night, men's lacrosse. Actually, they were supposed to play tonight in Beloit at 7 p.m., but due to the snow, that game got moved to tomorrow night at 5 p.m., so men's lacrosse in Beloit. It's a conference match, as Beloit is in the conference for lacrosse. 5 p.m., you can catch that online on IllinoisTechAthletics.com.
That'll be a strong field. And there's a kill for the Scarlet Hawks.
Friday, track and field, men's and women's track and field will be in action. First day of the Chicagoland Invitational, hosted by Elmhurst University.
Home of the Blue Jays. Is now here's Sherman on the serve. Played on by Trevor Salutric. Chris Mann blocked, but the block goes out. Point for Wisconsin Lutheran.
Day 2 of the Chicagoland Invitational at Elmhurst is on Saturday as well. So back-to-back days for outdoor track and field, men's and women's track.
Wisconsin Lutheran trailing 5-2 here in set 3, and there's a service error from Whitner. Grant Whitner couldn't get enough air.
You had mentioned this before, Chris, but both women's and men's lacrosse hosting Marion in conference play. The women play at 10 a.m., and the men follow at 1 p.m.
Riley late on the serve here. That'll be the conference opener for the women.
Right.
The men won their conference opener against Benedictine over the weekend. Point to the Scarlet Hawks here.
Yeah, that was an exciting match. You and I were on the call for that one. That was a very exciting game. For the women, wasn't as close, but it was very memorable due to the milestones that were achieved in that match against Stevens Point, Wisconsin Stevens Point.
Right, it was milestone Saturday for the women's lacrosse team as they won 20-6 over the Pointers.
Yeah.
A number of players getting their 100th, either their 100th career goal or 100th career point. And a 7-3 advantage right now for the Scarlet Hawks. And Saturday, the women's lacrosse team will begin conference play against the Marion Sabres. Stellick to serve. It's 7-3 Scarlet Hawks. Wisconsin Lutheran is trying to find something to salvage in this match here. Henderson, that will not be something to salvage as he gets the kill.
That's a good kill there for Henderson. Baseball will be in action Saturday, doubleheader right here at Ed Glancy Field. They'll be hosting this University, Wisconsin Lutheran. 12 p.m. game 1 and 3 p.m. game 2. The MAC doubleheaders this year, game 1s are 7 innings and game 2 are 9 innings unless game 1 goes extras, then game 2 turns into 7.
Point goes to Wisconsin Lutheran. The Scarlet Hawks are actually questioning the point, but Coach Mike Oswald just going to step off to the sideline with an 8-4 advantage and a 2-0 lead in the match.
Nothing vociferous there.
Right. So now Chris Mann to serve.
I don't think I've ever used vociferous in a broadcast yet, Chris. So.
First time for everything.
There sure is.
There you go. Chris Mann picks up the error.
And then lastly, men's volleyball will be back in action. The final regular season match for the Scarlet Hawks here at the Keating Center. They'll be hosting Edgewood at 1 o'clock, and that is senior day. Senior day for men's volleyball, senior day for women's lacrosse, and senior day for men's lacrosse. This Saturday, all that action, go to IllinoisTechAthletics.com. You can watch it all.
Support those seniors as they wrap up their collegiate careers. A lot of these seniors, I remember when they first walked on campus a long time ago. Some of them, some of these students around here that are student workers, I remember their first year on the athletic team, so it's fun to see them grow up so quickly, how fast 4 years can go by.
Right, and then you had the COVID year in there as well, so there was like a pause in action for some of these, so they stayed that extra year to get their final year of eligibility.
There's Grant Cooper. A nice block at the top of the net by the Scarlet Hawks. Oh. Stellick with a beautiful layout. Here's a chance for the Scarlet Hawks, and the point goes to the Scarlet Hawks.
That was quite an effort by Stellick just to get that one to stay in bounds.
Yeah, that's one where you sort of want to see it go to Wisconsin Lutheran because of the effort from Stellick, but the ball will go to the Scarlet Hawks. And now the ball actually is still trying to get back into the action as it rolls onto the floor with Grant Cooper to serve. Stellick at the top of the net. Set it out for Biedenbender. Violation. Point to the Scarlet Hawks as Stellick went over.
I'd be remiss if I didn't mention men's tennis will be in action Sunday. They'll be actually up in Mequon, Wisconsin, taking on Concordia, Wisconsin. That's a big early season conference match for men's tennis. They're 3-0 in conference play right now. And Concordia, Wisconsin, one of the teams that will be in the upper half. Hawks want to take care of business up in Mequon.
Riley late with the hit and a violation to go against Wisconsin Lutheran as they rattle the net there. And it really does seem like Illinois Tech, there's a major focus, especially on these spring athletics and trying to win conference. You consider what they're doing on the lacrosse side of things and step up in competition here in men's volleyball.
Yeah, you got to get in, right? You got to get in to have a chance to get the NCAA bid. So if you don't get into the postseason tournament in this conference, you're really not going to have a chance.
Chris Mann, nice hit there from Mann. He's got quite the cheering section behind us here at the Keating Center. You hear them making some noise every time Tin and Green makes contact.
Yeah, this is a pretty good traveling party for the Wisconsin Lutheran here. And
they made the trip through traffic here on a Wednesday to come see the Warriors take on the Scarlet Hawks. Warriors down 2-0 and down 7 here in what could be the third and final set. Tamavangza on the serve, middle of the floor, set up for Van Ingen. Ball bumped into the air. Bouse. Side set. They set up for Henderson. That's going to come to the table. Watch out, Biedenbender. Good effort by Biedenbender. I like how calm he was. You can hear everyone, even the Scarlet Hawks side, saying great hustle.
Yeah.
Because that was indeed a great effort. Biedenbender, I liked how he stopped. He looked down, and then he stopped to make the contact.
Yeah.
Couldn't get the ball back over.
That's a tough play, but I'm more concerned about his health and well-being going to these tables. I know they're padded, but I've seen a lot of players tumble over these scoring tables.
The look on Biedenbender's face as Wisconsin Lutheran gets the kill, I was going to say the look on his face was if only that table wasn't there.
Right, yeah, he was going for it. Yeah, as you should. I mean, you see that. That's keeping the ball in play.
And now here's Biedenbender, no table to worry about here, as he will serve now for the Warriors. They trail by 7. Trying to salvage at least one set this evening. Riley Late's hit. That's deflected. Nope. Out on the Wisconsin Lutheran. Point to the Warriors. I thought it may have got hit at the line, but instead Late just hit it long straight across. 14-8. Biedenbender serves it to the middle of the floor to Cooper. Middle of the floor for Farrell for the Scarlet Hawks. There's Biedenbender on a perfect bump. Farrell off of the arm of Tamavangza, who couldn't react quick enough.
He's done that a few times at that front line, just using his height, using his length, and just tapping it over. Point Hawks.
Usually Mike Oswald, when his team goes through dire straits, you see him creeping towards the officials at half court. Oswald has been in his own coach's box the majority of this matchup. It's been all Scarlet Hawks. And that'll help the call, 16-8. Timeout, Wisconsin Lutheran. Coach Mike Inslee, he can feel his team starting to lose this third set. He's going to try to call any timeouts he can to salvage it. We'll take a break. It's 16-8 Scarlet Hawks. Can Wisconsin Lutheran save it? We'll find out when we return after this. Back here at the Keating Sports Center in Chicago, Illinois. I'm Chris Rouse. He's Eric Willowhite. Eric, Scarlet Hawks up 16-8. It's been all Scarlet Hawks this evening against the Wisconsin Lutheran Warriors.
Yeah, it really has. And again, when you're facing a team, Hawks are 5-5 in conference play. Warriors 1-9. So this is when you have to take care of business. Beat the teams that you're supposed to beat, and that's what the Hawks are doing right now.
Scarlet Hawks trying to gain some late ground into the NAC Conference tournament. There's a kill for Wisconsin Lutheran off the hit. And now Josh Ward, the big 6'4" first-year player, will come back into the front of the net.
Those are the things that Coach Ensley's looking for from his team. It may not, obviously you're not going to win the match, but you're looking for moments, right? Looking for moments of competitiveness.
Grant Wimpner to serve. To bounce on the back line. Outside hit opportunity for late is a laser out of play. Point to the Warriors.
Yeah, a little too strong on that one. Set up nicely, but sails over that back line.
16-10. Scarlet Hawks with the advantage. The serve getting ready to come here from Wimpner.
Grant.
And Grant gets it over clean. Here's Illinois Tech's Grant. Cooper to James Biedenbender. Outside hit for Chris Mann. Got blocked at the net, but it falls on the Scarlet Hawks side for the point.
Yeah, that's a good point for the Warriors.
Great play by Chris Mann. He's actually giving Wisconsin Lutheran quality energy here in set 3.
It's a much closer set here. 16, only trailing by 5.
It was 25-12 set 1, 25-15 set 2. Here is a middle of the floor play and a point to Wisconsin Lutheran, 16-12.
Well, I know you talked about in that first set the possibility of Coach Oswald calling a timeout.
Yeah.
As this score gets a little tighter, we might see that here.
He is starting to get closer towards the officials. The closer he gets to our table, the more likely that timeout is coming. Here's Cooper. Sets it up for Farrell. That's going to take Coach Oswald back 2 steps, and a point makes it 17-12.
Yeah, he's not wanting to call it. He'd like them to resolve it on their own, right? But if he has to, he's got 2 timeouts to set. He's going to use it.
Riley let to serve, and a service error into the net. Makes it 17-13. And for Wisconsin Lutheran, you're down 4. At this point, if you can rally 2 or 3 here, you can try to find a way to steal this set.
Yeah, this is exactly what Coach Ensley was looking for and exactly the opposite of what Coach Oswald's looking for the Scarlet Hawks. Yeah, he'd like them to be assertive and, seal the deal, right?
Stellick on the serve. Cooper with the hit, and there you go, Eric.
Yeah. That's what and again, resolve it your own. Don't force him to call the timeout.
And also they had Bouse out there for Donald. Alec Donald also spot duty tonight, only 1 set. Usually he goes out there for 2 or 3. Only 1 set tonight for Illinois Tech's libero and player of the week, defensive player of the week. Ball bumped into the air, out of play. Point to Wisconsin Lutheran. 18-14 Scarlet Hawks. Having a hard time putting the Warriors away here in this 3rd set.
Yeah. That's a much better showing by the Warriors here in set 3. Let's see if they can continue to force the issue on the Hawks.
Illinois Tech showed them the broom handle, and the Warriors woke up. Chris Mann with the ace. So the Scarlet Hawks sort of let them get a peek at the broom handle and dustpan.
Yeah.
And Wisconsin Lutheran woke up here in set 3.
That's we'll try and have none of that.
And now here's Mann on the serve again, and there's the error. And you can see him wipe his face saying, my bad, didn't get enough air on it, mistimed his hit.
Yeah.
19-15 with Henderson. Illinois Tech has won the 2 previous sets of the match by 13 and 10. A point here for Wisconsin Lutheran will eliminate the 10 possibility. It's kept alive on the pancake. Cooper blocked at the net. Ward hit at the net as well. Riley Late's going to have to send it over. He does. Outside hit for Biedenbender. Blocked to Salutrik. Still no kill. Biedenbender to Bouse. Cooper runs it down. Riley Late's got to get it over and does.
What a rally here for both teams.
Stellick for Mann. Deflected. Outside hit for Henderson. Deflected. Wisconsin Lutheran. Biedenbender loads up. Blocked back. Stellick, outside hit opportunity, goes long, and a point to Wisconsin Lutheran.
They got a deflection. Wow.
Off the deflection.
Holy cow. What a sequence on this. Both sides, that's some miraculous saves and a big point for Wisconsin. This is the closest they've been in a while.
19-16, what a rally And for once, if you're a Warrior fan, you're saying, finally, it goes our way. Here's Ward, and then right as he does it, service error, and the young man visibly frustrated as he walks off the court. Josh Ward makes it 20-16. He's had a few saves where he's been visibly frustrated. Now here's Grant Cooper. Middle of the floor for Wimpner, blocked. Grant Wimpner got sent back by Jackson Van Ingen. Riley Late was also there. And Mike Inslee is going to burn his final timeout in set 3.
Yeah, I mean, it got to the point where you thought the Hawks were going to call one. 2 successive points opened up the 5-point lead for the Hawks, and Inslee had to call his final timeout.
21-16 our score. We'll actually keep it here in set 3. Eric, that was an amazing rally between these two teams. Wisconsin Lutheran finally getting the point, but that following service error took the air right out of it.
It really does. I mean, we talked about it earlier in set 1. They cannot afford unforced errors, right? You know, and it's just their margin is so thin that they can't have those things, and unfortunately, that's what took place right after cutting that gap to 3 points.
The service errors have really hurt this Wisconsin Lutheran team. It's just been a tough outing for the team in green. They're actually the first team back on the floor here.
Yeah.
So they found something that they've liked, but when you look at the service errors, 5 for Illinois Tech. Excuse me, that was back in set 1. 5 for Illinois Tech at 1 point to 2 for Wisconsin Lutheran. But the service errors, 10-10. So imagine you had a 5-2 advantage. Now here we are at 10 apiece.
Yeah, yeah. Which is your Scarlet Hawks think you'll take 10, and actually Wisconsin Lutheran, but they mean more. You know, it's like then both teams just traded 10 points each, is what that's saying.
Also, 20 attack errors for Wisconsin Lutheran on top of those 10, so 30-18 in the error department. There's Cooper with the ace.
4 aces for Grant Cooper.
I'm sure that'll make his mom happy as he starts to wind down his career here at the Keating Center.
Yeah.
Another ace to go on the highlight reel. Another ace to look back on as a memory. And he might add another one.
Oh, what a recovery.
Great effort there.
Wow.
By Stellick. It's kept alive, but the Scarlet Hawks go 6 on 5 for the kill.
Wait a minute. Oh, I thought that one was out. Wow. I'm not so sure about that one. That one looked out on that far side. But it was called in.
And Grant Cooper will serve. And a service error makes it 23-17. And once again, Wisconsin Lutheran out of timeout. So if they're going to make it happen, they're going to have to string it together here with Drew Wimpner coming in.
They slowly played better each set. 25-12 set 1, 25-15 set 2. Right here it's 23-17 with a chance to cut into their deficit.
If they are to lose in this set, they will avoid losing by double digits in this set as now Tamavangza serves it over, and that barely made it back over.
That was close, yeah.
Outside hit from Biedenbender kept alive. Slapped over the net for the Scarlet Hawks by Sherman, no kill. Bouse with a two-hand set into the air to Cooper. Henderson, here's a chance to go for the kill. Tamavangza lays out. Middle of the floor, set into the air for Biedenbender. It goes over for the Scarlet Hawks and the point to Wisconsin Lutheran. I think the Scarlet Hawks had a reach over or somebody stepped over the line there.
Yeah.
Point goes to Wisconsin Lutheran as now Jay Tamavangza back to serve. Tamavangza goes 5'5", a junior out of Franklin, Wisconsin. Listed as a setter on this Warrior roster. Riley Late had his hit blocked. That was a beautiful block. I mean, pick a Wimpner. You had Drew and Grant. I'd likely go with Drew. He was the closest to the ball.
Pick a Wimpner.
Both in the area for the block. As now it's 23-19. Tamavangza. Back to serve. And the error makes it match point. Scarlet Hawks.
So tough. You could see the look on his face, too. It's like, oh, you know, you want to give your team a chance, right?
Here's Jackson Van Ingen.
They battled hard in this set 3. See if the Hawks can close it out. Nope. Oh, my God.
Van Ingen.
R1 was the recipient. Yeah! R1 threw him out.
And Van Ingen hits the official. And it's 24-20 Scarlet Hawks. The official sort of throws him out.
Yeah, he was out on the rotation anyway, but it looked good. He immediately comes off the court after the fake toss.
Salute for the comedic timing by the official, but no laughing matter here as the match comes to a close with a 25-20 victory in set 3 for the Illinois Tech Scarlet Hawks. Clean sweep for Illinois Tech, Eric, as they roll through the Warriors tonight.
Yeah, they did. That was the goal going into this match is win it in a clean sweep, 3-0. If you're Wisconsin Lutheran, you did compete. You did, you narrowed the gap with each successive set. So 25-12, 25-15, 25-20. So they played much better there in set 3. That's what Coach Ensley's looking for. But Coach Oswald, you wanted to end this in 3. That's exactly what you did.
And a clean 3-0 win for the Scarlet Hawks, 25-12 in set 1, 25-15 set 2, 25-20 in set 3. I did happen to hear the official. He said, I've never thrown anyone out, so that's why he immediately did the hand.
He just wanted to do it.
He just wanted to do it. So he just said, I just wanted to do it one time.
The timing was perfect, though, because Van Engen was coming out on the rotation anyway. So, but it looked like if you didn't know what was going on, it looked like he actually was tossed.
And we'll actually send it. We'll actually wrap it up here from the Keating Center. We'll send it to Saturday, I guess, where the Scarlet Hawks will be back in action against the Edgewood Eagles right here at the Keating Center. For all of our crew, for all of our Illinois Tech Scarlet Hawks fans, we thank you for joining us. For Eric Willowhite and everyone here, I'm Chris Rouse. This has been Illinois Tech Men's Volleyball on the Scarlet Hawks Broadcast Network. We'll see you Saturday with all of our Scarlet Hawks athletics.